Hello everyone, as 2.1 is probably nearing its end soon, I thought I'd talk about my favorite demons of this update. Now please keep in mind that I have not played all of the demons of 2.1, there's like a billion of those. I actually mostly really hate most 2.1 demons as so many of them have so annoying gameplay and also they look the same. I'm not the best player, so this list won't include any extremes or stuff like that. Also, I'm ranking these by a combination of gameplay, decoration and other factors, so things like Woodkid and God Eater aren't listed even though they are some of the coolest things I've ever seen, but the thing is that they have really bad gameplay and optimization. Also, I can't beat them because I'm bad. This is the only level in this list that is not out yet, and that is also the reason I'm placing it this low. The thing is, I really like Ferrum Frenzy. You are probably aware that I am involved with this level, as I have made 2 parts in it, but the whole is a product of the Siniristi theme, which is basically a Finnish GD group on Discord. We also made Siniristi, which would be placed here instead of Ferrum Frenzy if only Siniristi didn't have cancer gameplay. But unlike Siniristi, Ferrum Frenzy is actually one of the most fun insane demons I have ever played, though it is still too hard for me. But when I first got the layout, it was so fun that I actually thought about beating it. Then I realized that I'm shit at this game. The decoration in Ferrum Frenzy is very varied though, as it is a mega collab. Some parts like Onikonas are amazing, while others are not so much. This varied goodness coupled with the fact that this level is unfinished is really downgrading it for me a bit, but fortunately that is saved by another aspect of this level, as one thing that this level is not lacking it at all is the song. Oh my god, I love Sysmix! His songs are some absolute bangers and he's instantly became part of my holy musician trinity of Dimram47, Griot and him. And Manic, the song Ferrum Frenzy uses, is absolutely my favorite song from him and one of my favorite songs ever, in fact. This song is perfect for a GD level, which is actually quite understandable as it was originally made for Osu. I just love how varied this song is. It has slower parts and faster parts, and it's just goddamn amazing. It's sad really that Sysmix's songs are so underused in GD. The only one most people even know about is Piergint, while Sysmix's new Ground Spades has more other amazing songs like Classic Pursuit, Moonlight Sonata and Babarokyu. Though I really need Fright March on Newgrounds, please. Ferrum Frenzy's theme is pretty cool, though the execution varies a lot. Doofs probably pulled it off best, with a part full of mechanical stuff that gives out a great atmosphere of being inside a mechanical factory. In my opinion, for most of GD's history, boss fights have been usually really lame. Back in 2.0, there were only a few boss fights that don't look absolute shit nowadays, and it took a while into 2.1 for the overall level of boss fights to really start getting at least somewhat cool. I was actually writing a whole video about this, though I scrapped that after the script was done. But while levels like Mr. Pumpkin are examples of how to not make a boss fight, Against the God by 1374 is a perfect example of how to truly make an epic boss fight. If you have seen this level before, then you should definitely understand why I like it. While the block designs and backgrounds in the level aren't really anything out of the ordinary, though they are pretty good, the boss fights are truly where this level stands out. In my scrapped boss fight video, I talk about how your boss should move constantly and dynamically or else it will look really stupid and boring. And Against the God really takes dynamic movement to a whole another level. Just look at it, the dragon looks so realistic. The gameplay in this level isn't the best though. It's not bad, but from what I've played it's not the best either. The boss fights are sorta annoying at some points, though the level is mostly pretty dang swell. I should know though that I haven't beaten this level in normal mode yet, but I have done it in practice. But not much else to say about the gameplay. Overall, this level is absolutely great. The block designs and backgrounds don't really stand out that much, but the art is exceptional though, and the boss fights are absolutely epic.
Woodkid
Woodkid as a level style is one that is actually quite hard to master. If you don't know what the Woodkid style is actually about, it is very easy for your level to go to the states of at the same time looking really messy and also empty. Which I have no idea how that is even possible, but it happens a lot nowadays. This is actually something Woodkid itself suffers from in its later parts, which is really the only reason I'm sometimes unsure if God Eater or it is better. But a level that does not suffer from this problem is Starlight Carnival by F5 Knight, arguably the best Woodkid style level out there, even above Woodkid itself. Now, I want to make sure that you all understand that my definition of Woodkid style is a level that 1. Has very detailed block design in moving separated structures, 2. Has detailed background art, 3. Has a lot of foreground structures and effects, 4. Has Toxin Lab style gameplay. Now, this definition is not absolute, as levels like Catharsis would still be classified as Woodkid style even though it doesn't have background art at the drop. But I've talked too much about Woodkid levels in general now, so I'll move on to talk about what I'm actually supposed to talk about. While Woodkid goes for a black and white theme with some red and gold mixed in, Starlight Carnival goes for a much more varied color scheme, though most of the level is still blue, even in parts that I think could use a little more color to spice things up. The fact that Starlight Carnival has more than 4 colors though makes it feel so much fuller, while Woodkid really feels cold in some parts. Also, while Woodkid gets really messy the further you get, Starlight Carnival really has only one part that I would call messy, and it's not even that bad. And for most of the level it looks just as good as the first part in Woodkid, which, by the way, if the entirety of Woodkid kept looking that good, I'd instantly without question call it the best level of all time. Woodkid levels have a tendency to have really annoying gameplay, with shakers saying Woodkid itself has horrible gameplay. But Starlight Carnival definitely fixes that by making the gameplay actually not shit. There are parts in it that are annoying, but for most part the gameplay is actually pretty good and, dare I say, even fun. Starlight Carnival does suffer from the usual problem Woodkid's levels have, which is that due to all the stuff in the screen, it's at sometimes really hard to sight read the gameplay. And just a pro tip for all your beginning creators out there, never make gameplay where stuff is hidden behind the screen right until you have to do something. It's really annoying. But overall, Starlight Carnival is definitely the best looking level on this list. Though, due to the gameplay still being annoying at some parts, it's not getting the #1 spot. Also, this level was rated Insane Demon at the start, which is ridiculously overrating it, as this is more of a medium demon. Serpunge is honestly one of the best creators in GD, and Space Magic is a perfect example of that. Something many other creators seem to forget, myself included, is that there is a giant importance in theming your levels. You can make the best decoration, but for a level to truly be breathtaking, you need to also have a great theme to your level and stick to it. This is part of the reason Woodkid is in my opinion better than God Eater, even though God Eater is arguably slightly better in deco, because Woodkid has a clear theme that it sticks to, while God Eater is more a visual masterpiece that lacks a lot of consistency. But this problem of consistent theming that some levels lack, definitely do not lack from Serpunge's levels, and Space Magic is no exception. The theme of Space Magic, being that of entering a futuristic city and then leaving it, is marvelously executed with the combination of the music and the decoration along with the gameplay. Music is arguably the most important part of good theming, and Space Magic by Mega Neko is perfect for Space Magic theme. The first part has arps in a melody that evokes a strong sense of wonder, as the level starts off at a slow ship part, getting ready to enter the city. This part is just beautiful, with all of the decoration, the unique gameplay, and the boss too. I really like how the boss shoots at different directions depending on where you go, which is such a little cool addition. It really does feel like you're going into a futuristic city. The second part, Mechanical Passage, is probably the most memorable part of the level because of the spider that is just so goddamn cool. I've heard some people say that this part is annoying, but if you just follow the rhythm, it's really easy and actually quite fun. Also, the decoration of this part, while very repetitive, works so damn well with the gameplay and the music. The UFO in this part is probably the worst in the level, as it's quite buggy sometimes, but otherwise this part is extremely fun and great in every way. After the hallway, there's a very cool short transition and then the city part. Holy shit, this city part! I have honestly never seen a futuristic city pulled off this well before. The city background is just amazing and the gameplay is incredibly fun. This part is a bit empty, but in my opinion that fits well for a wide open city. Also, oh my god, the cutscene before the last part. The monsters attacking at the aspect ratio sinking is honestly so damn epic. The last part of the level is amazing as well, although the gameplay is somewhat difficult compared to the previous part. I just love the moving background in this part though, and those flying glow things give me a boner every time I see them. The final UFO jump is kinda tricky, so it's quite annoying to die there. But otherwise this part is great as well. But can we just give a moment to the song of this level? It's honestly one of the greatest GD soundtracks I've heard, and it fits the level perfectly. I'm not sure if Sir Punch came up with Space Magic before hearing the song or if he was inspired by it, but damn did he find a great song for this level. Like I've said, the song starts off by evoking a strong sense of wonder, then it moves on to strongly hyping you up for the drop, and then the drop itself is a really great adventure theme. The last part of the song also just fits perfectly, as it does sound like you are leaving the city as the song goes back to sounds resembling that of the first part, perfectly matching entering a city and then leaving it. Now, you may be thinking, what could be better than this when I praised this level for so long already? Well, the thing is, Space Magic has somewhat annoying gameplay at some places, even though it's mostly really fun, but my favorite 2.1 demon definitely does not lack in gameplay a single bit. If you have ever talked to me on my Discord server or really anywhere, you were probably able to guess that this is my top pick. I just absolutely love this level. I'd say that it's as good, if not even better than God Eater and Woodkit and every other big core level. The decoration is simple yet absolutely amazing, the gameplay is so goddamn fun, the level is lagless even on phones, and it's overall such a great experience. The theme of the level is consistent throughout. It really does feel like you're escaping an exploding island with volcanoes and everything. The block design is kinda weird to me, though in a good way, as it is mostly just default blocks, yet it still looks so damn smooth and still detailed. Oh, and don't even start with the transitions. These are some of the most epic things I've ever seen. The first time I saw this, I almost shit myself. I'm pretty sure I've never seen 4x speed gameplay this fun. It feels amazing to play this. The only part of the gameplay I found even a bit annoying was the last part, and that was due to pressure from being near the end of the level. Even though this level is 3 minutes long, it still has so much variety that it doesn't get boring at any place, even at the slow parts. My only complaint about it is this one mini wave to UFO transition, which at least for me when I beat this was buggy, though easily avoidable. But apart from that one small thing, in Silico's gameplay is on a level that I wish more levels had. Oh, and don't even talk about the most amazing thing about this level, the fact that even though it's so good, it's also playable on most devices without any lag. This is really what GD creators should aim for when creating levels in my opinion. I mean, levels like God Eater and Woodkit are amazing, but for 99% of people they're just eye candy. In Silico on the other hand, is both eye candy and playable for everyone. It's an easy demon and an easy one too, so even people new to GD can attempt it. By the way, this is most of the reason I want to nerf Zenith, as I want to give people an actual chance to play it instead of just watching videos of other people doing it. My only major complaint about In Silico is the coins and how absurdly hard they are. Like, if your coins are too easy, they're bad. But the coin route in Silico is basically not a coin route and just on an entirely different level in itself, which is just taking it too far in my opinion. Most of the coin route gameplay is spent off the normal route, instead going into endless secret passages and collecting tons of collectibles. And this, while fun to watch, is just taking coins way too far in my opinion. Look at the second coin in Space Magic. It's hard, it's original, and it's really damn good. And it doesn't take half the level and 50 different coin routes to get, it just makes a part harder in a unique way. But I mean, making absurdly complex coins is a thing that Rougher does, and I really don't care because the level without the coins is already enjoyable as hell, so I'll let this one slide. Though I am still not the biggest fan of these types of coin routes. But overall, Silico is just a full-on masterpiece, and I'd even go as far as to say that it's very close to the perfect GD level. I know that there are people who don't like the decoration in Silico, or like levels like God Eater more, and that's fine with me. Personally, I just love Silico so much. Thank you for making this Rougher. Alrighty, that's all. In case you think I got it all wrong and the actual best demons of 2.1 are totally different from what I said, leave your picks in the comments because I'm not complaining if I get some more good demons to play. This was a really fun video to make. I hope you enjoyed it. Now go eat a donut or something, I don't really care. See y'all.